Welcome to the second session of the SQL injections lab. So in this lab we will see like how how we can insert SQL injections. Now we have a sample site here. Okay, this site is designed by Portswigger Academy. Okay, and after solving this lab we will get the metadata like Ubuntu the same. This metadata will be reflected in the body. Okay, so these applications, let's explore the applications. In these applications we can find some product descriptions is there. Okay, and then home button is there. Okay, and then we have something called accessories. Okay, so this is some category. Okay, clothing category, gift category, or take pets. And when we are exploring this, we can see like only product description is there, no database uh, server name is there. Okay, so our our end goal is to enumerate this database name. Okay, and which is basically we will retrieve it after injecting our payload. So when we are exploring this, okay, here our request is being captured in a Bob suite application. So this is the Bob suite applications, and when we go in the proxy, okay, and in history we can see like what all the requests we have served and what request is being captured here. So here you can see this get request. Okay, this is parameterized. So in category parameter we have something called gift, take gift. Okay, and when I press Control R it will redirect me to repeater. Okay, so what I simply do, I select the request. I either you can go to repeater by pressing Control R shortcut, or you can left click and then send the request to the repeater. Okay, so in repeater we will try to regenerate the request. When we are regenerating it, here you can see we have a lot of information, text base, but our end goal is to extract the database server name. Okay, so on which server database is hosted. So basically we will try to inject our payloads in this category field. You can use the paraminer extensions to hunt down the vulnerable parameters from your applications. And here we have category. Okay, vulnerable. And then if okay, so our first payload is this is the union based attack in which we are inserting the data like ABC and DEF field to check out what database is there. Okay, so basically when I press it and when I send the request, you can see take. Okay, so our request is being reflected here. Okay, and when I go scroll down, okay, you can see some table is being created but no data like ABC data and DF data is being stored, or no data found related to this input. So what we will do, we will change the payloads with the next one, which is again to enumerate the database. Okay, so this payload is simply to check whether this parameter is vulnerable to SQL injections or not. Okay, and when I change this payload with the next one, okay, and then when I send this, it will reflect the database name. So here you can see, so when I change the payloads, and this payload is having version and null. Okay, so it's reflecting the database server version name. So it's simply Ubuntu, okay, 0.20.04.1. so same database name is reflect like same database name is used in the backend. So from here we can confirm it. Okay, so this is basically a SQL injection attack in which we will try to enumerate the database server name, and then we will report it under the vulnerabilities called SQL injections or injection attacks. So according to the WASP top 10, this is the major serious issue that websites or web applications or web server like APIs is having this type of vulnerabilities. Okay, this is the high level of vulnerabilities where attackers is able to execute their payloads or their injections in the server, and in this way modifying their injection and payloads, the attacker will be able to identify all the database names, the database table, the database, all the data is stored in a database basically. So that's all. We have already solved the lab. Okay, and when I copy this response, okay, and when I check this response, you can see it's already solved. So solved means we have retrieved the database name, okay, when our payload is executed, okay, in a bob suit. So this is all for this lab. We'll see in the next lab, and try to create a secure applications. If you are a developer or if you are a tester, try to explore the applications using different extensions. Here our vulnerable parameter is already identified as a category, but the vulnerable parameter can be cookies, or you can create your own custom parameters which can be a vulnerable. Okay, so this is for the lab. Thank you for the listening. Have a good day.